What do you guys think? I think that the new Dragon Ball Z game, ugh. Am I going to be disappointed? Definitely. Was I disappointed by Ultimate Tenkaichi? A lot. Tenkaichi 3? Eh. Tenkaichi 2, definitely. Tenkaichi 1, I was amazed, but it was a piece of shit. Budokai 3, amazing. Budokai 2, one of my favorites ever. I will get it out right now, exactly, because I have it over here. I know I do. Let me look for it. I will get it out. I will fucking find it. I have it for PS2 as well. Yeah. I got the GameCube version and the PS2 version. This is how much I love this game. Yeah. Try to beat this. But give it like the story mode of Budokai 3. Like, yeah. Like Budokai 3, this Budokai 2 story mode sucks. The board game saying sucked. I liked Budokai 3's and onwards better. How the story mode worked. This game is serious business. Best game I have ever seen when it came out. When I first got it. Best Dragon Ball Z game I've ever seen. Still one of my favorites. One of my favorites. What is my favorite at this point? It will be Tenkaichi 3. But anyways, this is the prime example of a good Dragon Ball Z game. So, if you're going to make a new Dragon Ball Z game, don't ruin it for me, please. It's like, if I tried to, you know, if I made a Dragon Ball Z game, if I could have the prowess to, I would make this, I would make something like this, but make it 1,000,000 times better. You know why they make sequels to games? To make them better or different. And if you can do that, you've successfully made a sequel to a movie, video game, manga, comic book, anything. That's what makes it so good. And you know why it makes it so good? Okay, that's it. But, noise outside. But this makes it good. If they're gonna make a new Dragon Ball Z game, prime example, like I've been saying. I sound like a broken record here, but this is a prime example, and my baby. I will never fucking lose this. If I do, I'll be pissed. And if this next Dragon Ball Z game is better than this one, I will give it kudos. Like, I haven't seen one better than this, ever. Because I always find myself getting drawn back to this one and number 1. I don't have number 1 anymore. It's lost. It broke. My PS2 version broke. My GameCube version is lost. But this one, I've always came back to. It's my baby, and I bought the PS2 version a long time ago. It broke, so I got the GameCube, so it wouldn't break as easy. Don't, please, just don't make it like fucking Ultimate Tenkaichi. Please, I hated the battle system in that. I barely won against the first Omega Shenron fight because I don't grind ever. Because I had serious business on mind. But if they're gonna make a new Dragon Ball Z story, just please give each individual character their own story. If I want to play as fucking Yamcha for the story mode, fuck, I wouldn't care if it was like a bad fan fiction. Hell, most of Budokai 3 was a bad fan fiction stories, and I liked them because you could choose later on which fight you wanted to do, and it changed the story dramatic. It would change the ending. Well, please don't split up the characters anymore. Please. I'm talking about you, Gohan. I do not like Gohan at all. I am so tired of him because he's like 3 separate characters in each game. So, or more in each game. So it's like Team Gohan is one character. Okay? I can get that. Why can't Kid and Team be one character? I don't know. Because, you know what? Well, here's what I want. I want fucking Saiyan Saga to be stricken from the records in the games. Or, hell, make the Saiyan Saga or something. Let us have different stories like I was saying. I could care less about the gaming mechanics as long as they're not button combos like in Mortal Kombat where I can't do them. Unless I have the fucking thing up all the time. Until I memorize everything. So, yeah. I will freaking fight to the teeth that this will still be my favorite game. If this new game comes out and it's better, you will have me amazed. But this will still be my baby even after that. Make another game like Budokai 2. But then give it the features of Budokai 3. And give it the what-if stories. Yeah, give it the what-if stories. Hell, make each character a what-if story. Do like Super Sonic Warriors did for the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy DS, where the story would be different each time. That might be difficult to program, but I don't care. I am tired of playing shit. This is good. Tenkaichi. Oh, Reggie. Ultimate Tenkaichi, however, was bad except for the hero creation, which I love to death. I'm going to get Tenkaichi 3 again and beat on my PS3. So, people, stop it. Just stop it, who's ever developing these. Just stop. Think for a second. How many Dragon Ball games have you had in a while? I couldn't care less if it was an actual Dragon Ball Z game, and it's a Tenkaichi game because I love the Tenkaichi games as well. But if you're going to release this one, fucking give it a good story mode. I'm tired of us playing through Goku. I'm tired of playing through, oh look, Goku saves the day. Give me some new substance like Hero Mode did in Ultimate Tenkaichi. Is this going to disappoint me? Most likely. But if it meets past my expectations, I will be impressed. No doubt. Past my expectation, I mean. Of Budokai 1 and 2. If they combine Budokai 1 and 2, the story mode of Budokai 1 where you have to fucking do the board game, and the Budokai 2 aspects where the fighting was good, and the story was long, I would take it as serious business, and I wouldn't bother it. And if you could give it anime cutscenes like Ultimate Tenkaichi did, with new content like in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations, I'm a happy camper. Hell, I'll be impressed if you just surpass this by a little. Like, if you beat my baby, I'm impressed. There's nothing about it. I'm damn impressed. If anybody beats this, still my favorite Dragon Ball Z game. Anybody who hasn't played this, go pick it up. I don't care if you don't have a PS2, get a PS2. Use an emulator. I wouldn't use phone emulators to other people, fear of them getting arrested. But for this once, I will allow you people to get a GameCube or PS2 emulator and play this. And now, as I was saying, please don't make it suck. Ultimate Tenkaichi was bad. Was I really disappointed in that? Yes. I liked the game, but it was still bad. It's like the Sonic 06 syndrome. It's like a hotel, you can check in but you can never leave. It's like, how do I put this? Don't ever make the system luck-based ever again. I was proud that they actually tried something different, though. You know why? Because it was fucking interesting. Now, please stop it. Please. Give everybody their phones from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball GT and all their transformations so we can stop this madness. I don't care if you don't have every character, like it did in Tenkaichi 3 where it almost had every single character known to man. But please give me some Dragon Ball characters. God damn. There were hardly any Dragon Ball characters in the last few games, and I need a refresher with some Dragon Ball. Make the next Dragon Ball Z game a Dragon Ball game. The Dragon Ball story is 10 times longer than Dragon Ball's 2 times as long as Dragon Ball Z. Fuck. I could watch that. I could play that. That sounds like a lot of fun. And if they're gonna make it a Dragon Ball game, which they probably won't, they'll probably make it a Dragon Ball Z because nobody watched Dragon Ball. I would like a Dragon Ball game that's actually good. I'm not talking about Demon King Piccolo's Revenge. I actually want one that's an arcade fighter. And a rant, yes. I want to play as Demon King Piccolo. If we're gonna do Dragon Ball story, we should just do a Dragon Ball. Like, where did it all begin? We don't know because they never tell us in the games. Like, if you're gonna get fans into any Dragon Ball series, get into the original Dragon Ball. Then make them watch the whole Dragon Ball like I had to. And if you have to drag them kicking and screaming, do it. The first Dragon Ball is amazing. There should be more games of the first Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball Z is good, but I'm a Dragon Ball fan for life, not a Dragon Ball Z fan for life. I could care less about Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball knew what it was doing to a certain extent until they made them grow up, and I'm like, we could have had Dragon Ball Z with the same Kid Goku, and it wouldn't have been any different if he grew up in Dragon Ball Z instead. Okay. Now, please, people, do not desist. Make a good Dragon Ball game, or Dragon Ball Z, even Dragon Ball GT I would be proud of. Just don't make it suck. If it's a Dragon Ball Evolution game, I will be pissed, though. End of rant.